Hey guys, what's going on? Tim Avery, VTTV. I wanted to share this dream with you guys that I had last night. It's kind of an odd, strange dream, but it has some implications of like different dimensions and parallel. Like you'll see what I'm talking about. Strange, but I want to see what you guys think about this dream and give me your interpretation. And I'll try my best to explain different parts of this dream. Some of these parts I just don't know what to say or how to explain it. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best. So just put your listening ears on and put your discerning ears on, and let me know what you think about this dream. Okay, so I had this dream that I was in this train car, but it was more like it looked more like a ride, so to speak. It was. Imagine like a roller coaster ride that had like 4 rows across, 4 rows across, but it had 8 seats, and it was like several rows of seats, okay? And so this tram or car or rail car, whatever, just open top, nothing, and it was a way of going into a different dimension, okay, or a different plane that would just take you somewhere else. And so the interesting part about this dream, although that is pretty interesting, that the way that they were telling you to be seated was if you're with somebody else, make sure you have enough space between the person that you're with, because you don't want to be merged together. I guess that was the best way I can say it, as you're going into the next dimension. And so you had to have plenty of space between the two people. So we're kind of in a car, and so the weird thing about this car is like it didn't travel so much as the pressure around the car like was intensifying. Like it was like a pressure, like I said, it's weird because it was an open car, but as it was kind of just sitting there, it was the pressure around the car was getting in more and more intense. And it was just building up more and more intense. And so like you could feel like either gravity was like pulling down on you. I don't know if you've ever been in like a roller coaster where you just feel, or like the best way I can to liken it to is ever been into one of those little mom and pop amusement parks where they have that thing called the gravitron where it just spins really fast in circles and you just kind of just get stuck to the side of the wall. You just kind of slide up. It's kind of like that type of pressure. So it's like gravity like really intensifying in this car, and then all of a sudden like you could feel like the car was like vibrating, like it was kind of sliding forward, and then all of a sudden like you were just in the next dimension. And so but this was like a popular thing to do because it was a lot of people who were doing it, and it was like a wave, either a new mode of travel, if you will. It's like, everybody was a popular thing to do, because on the other side of this dimension, what I'm about to reveal to you was that this other dimension allowed you to do whatever you wanted to do. Sound familiar? Do as thou wilt. Do whatever you want to do in this dimension. It doesn't matter. So once you pass into the next dimension or next plane, they had these different areas that you could do whatever you wanted to do. Lustful things, eating things, like eat whatever you want to eat, do whatever you do, hurt whatever, rage out, whatever. There were all these different areas and spaces that you could do all this stuff. And I don't know why I was being shown this. However, I think I was just there to be a witness of this. And so, but again, so as I was going through there were different parts of this dream that didn't make sense at all, but because there were leaders, and the more I think about it, I don't want to give too much of an interpretation for you, but there were leaders there that were telling you where to go, where you can go, and there were these rankings that allowed you to do certain things. So if you made certain ranks in this different dimension, then you could do more things, or you had more rank or authority over other people. Well, these leaders were searching out, in another part of this dream, that were searching out a certain person that was to be the next prince. He was in line to be the next prince over Iraq, and it was a young boy. He was like 12 or 13 years old. And so these leaders were trying to search for this boy, but these kids had gotten there first and was just trying to convince that young kid that he was next in line for Iraq to be the prince or king over next over Iraq, that he needs to make decisions better than in this dimension. And so they were convincing him that this ranking structure that's in this dimension is not a good ranking structure. It's nothing that would help him advance. It's something that would actually help that would tear him down from his calling and what he was supposed to do. And so these kids convinced him, and then these leaders showed up, and then the kids left. And then the other part of this dream I really can't remember, but I just do remember heading back to these cars to take you back away from this dimension, or take you back out of this dimension. And right before I did, I asked one of the leaders there, and I said, so what is this dimension, like, what is this place all about? And he goes, this is a place where you could do whatever you want and whenever you want. Hope to see you, kind of like hope to see you back, And so people were lining up to leave this dimension. But there was another part of this dream I want to make mention, that there were people in this dimension that were trying to convince these leaders that this ranking structure is not of them, that they need to stop doing this ranking system and to really stop doing whatever they're doing in this dimension. And there was a part of that dream that there were people that came to this dimension just to tell these leaders to do that. Anyway, so that's the dream. So let me know what you think. I know it's kind of long, drawn out, but I wanted to make sure that you got as much as you can from that dream. If I think of anything else, I'll probably put it in the comments below, of if there's anything else I need to add to that, what I remember, if the Holy Spirit shows me anything about that dream. But I did want to see what you guys thought about that. So put in the comments. Share this dream if you know anybody else that might be an interpreter or dream interpreter. But anyway, that's all for right now. Love to hear what you think, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.